So first of all, the idea. The idea is surface area is, if you dip this whole thing in blue, how much blue paint is touching all the sides. And it's counting up the area of each of those sides. We're going to, as an idea, first of all think about, well, I could figure out the surface area of the one shape. I'm going to do the idea. So if I figured out the surface area of that shape, and then I added the surface area of that shape, all blue, okay, there would be two parts that aren't painted. Can you see that if you broke it apart, maybe it was originally green and we painted it blue, there'd be a green circle still there. And when you broke it apart, the bottom of this would still be green, right? If the whole thing was green to begin with, you dipped it in paint. So to show that, we have to subtract two green circles. Now our formulas come into play. Okay? And as Mr. Shirk says, sometimes you'll have formulas. He likes using the formula for the rectangular prism. So we will write out our formulas. Maybe it's nice. And you might also sometimes have your cheat sheet available.
Which is a good strategy.
As you're doing your notes. The formula for the surface area of a prism is 2 length times width plus 2 length times height plus 2 height times width. And it doesn't matter the order that I write those letters, but as long as the L goes once with the W, the L goes once with the H. The W goes once with the L, the W goes once with the H. The H goes once with the W, the H goes once with the L. Yes?
I'll write that all down.
Yeah, I would say this is a good formula to write down, and I would probably put it on my formula sheet as well.
Which would be just like those, but now 3D shapes.
So I have a cylinder. Cylinder has a height. It has a circle on the top and the bottom. And so the surface area of a cylinder is 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r h. Again, this formula would be given to you on a formula sheet, but you might have it on your cheat sheet as well, because then you can draw the picture and explain it. The other formula that we're going to need for this is just the area of a circle, which is pi r squared.
Can I write that down?
Yeah, I'm going to just zoom so you can see everything. If you have the idea and you have your formulas separate, all of a sudden what is a very big and complicated grade 9 math question can be broken down and done quite easily. Okay, so a check. Do we have everything we need for a formula? So now I've got my formulas listed out here that I'm going to use. Underneath each of them, I'm going to actually do the math. I'll switch colors here. So I'll start with the rectangular prism. Ooh, you might have to read off your paper because it's a little blurry. Is it 5, 10, and 12?
Yeah.
5, 10, 12.
5, 10, and 12. Do we have the length? Do we have the width? Do we have the height? First thing I'm checking, do I have everything I need? Or do I have to maybe do some other figuring? I have everything I need. So now I am going to, and sometimes what I do on here is I label things because it's easy to forget where you're at. So when I'm doing 2 length times width, now that I've labeled them, I can easily put in the numbers. Length was 10, height is 5, plus 2, height was 5, width was 12, right? And then I don't forget which one I was working on. It makes it a lot easier for me to write those things down. Yes?
Should we write that down too?
Yes. And then I would go to my calculator and type that whole thing in as I see it.
104, oh, yeah, 140.
What do you got?
140 plus 100 is 240, plus 120 is 360. 360?
I think this is 240.
What did I say? Oh,
140.
yes.
240, 340, another 460.
460.
And since it's surface area, our units would be 460 centimeters squared.
Height.
Next, I go on here. Do I know my height? Yes. Do I know my R? Ooh, careful, because this whole length is 5. That's my diameter. I have to be careful because here my radius would be 2.5. So when I go to figure this one out, 2 pi radius 2.5 squared plus 2 pi radius is 2.5, height was 6.
So much writing.
So much writing, like almost an essay. Like
So much.
so much. Like your name, Brandon, has like what, 7 letters?
I really don't know, to be honest.
That's all. This is just a little bit longer than your name. And you probably, if you were doing a test, you'd probably be exhausted just after writing your name.
Yup.
It seems like a lot of writing until I tell you that. It's actually not that much.
Especially when you could do that entire line like Mr. JR is doing.
I'm typing the whole thing into my calculator all at once.
I don't even know how it goes.
So I typed this whole thing in just like I saw it. I'll do 3 decimal places. 133.518.
Sure you got this
Do I know what that circle is going to be that we're subtracting? Well, I know its radius is 2.5. So if I wanted to figure out one of these areas of this circle,
I have no idea.
did I not leave you enough space?
Not really.
Sorry.
Should put it on the list of things. Page number.
Yeah,
Better stapling.
right. You know, that's like almost like, oh, that's so much writing.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't fix that. That would take too much
Although in
writing.
hindsight on the stapling part, maybe don't lose your first booklet.
Oh, I gave out the nice booklets not first.
I
Yeah,
think I left that in the
exactly.
class last time.
That's a good idea.
That's exactly where it should be.
Yeah. At least it's in the map.
So now, look at what we've done. We wrote on our formulas. We had the idea. Did we figure out the surface area of the big one? Yes, it's 460 plus. Did we figure out the second one? Yes, 133.518. Then we have to subtract 2 circles, so I go 2 times 19.635. And now, my final answer, I can type all of that in to my calculator all at once. 460 plus 133.518 minus 2 times 19.635. And all round to 1 decimal place and circle my final answer. So first of all, it has to make sense to us that if we dip the whole thing in blue paint and it was green originally, when we pop it open, there's going to be still a green circle on here and a green circle on here. So when I figure out the entire surface area of my prism and add the entire surface area of my cylinder, I have to subtract 2 circles because I counted those circles and they're not actually painted. That's the idea.
What's Mr. Jared? Like on the top by the 2x? I don't know what that is.
That's a pi.
Okay.
2 times, no, that's not a pi, sorry. It's this number, and it looks really bad. I will type, it's 19.635. It looked like 19.635. This number right here.
Did you get 554.2, yeah? Because it's funny, yet another reason to love math. Because once you know that you have 2 circles, that also
You could have just
found
done
2
this.
pi r squared.
and taken that. Some people do that. They do this formula
That's what I do.
and then just add this part
That's what I do.
because they can see ahead.
But only because now I've seen it so many times.
Okay? I'm going to skip this one just because it's would have been so many things that you'd have to take away. So we're gonna skip this one. We're gonna skip this one because it's exactly the same as the one we just did. This one is for you for practice.
Yeah.
Okay? Let's see if we can do this one. Okay. So we have a cube and a triangular prism on top of it. We could do the idea, right? We could do the same kind of thinking we did before. We could figure out the whole surface area of the rectangular prism. Add the surface area of the triangular prism. And then, if you broke them apart, what wouldn't be painted? The top here would still be green, and the bottom there would still be green. So if you found the whole thing of this and the whole thing of this, then you would have to subtract 2 rectangles. That's one way of doing this. Okay? Some people just go, well, while I'm figuring this out, maybe I just won't count that right away. And while I'm figuring this out, this actually saves me time because I usually had to find the bottom. Maybe I'll just ignore it. That's not a bad strategy either. You could do either one of those.
So you write that one down.
That's the idea. I like writing that down. Okay? Whatever idea you decide to do, you go with it. So let's say I'm gonna do this idea, right? I'm gonna start with this shape. I've got my surface area formula for it from before. 2LW plus 2LH plus 2WH. And this is length, this is width, this is height. Do I know each of those numbers? Length, width, height. Yes, things are good. But I'm going to just start by writing out my formulas. This one This one's a little trickier because there's not a one formula for this. In order to figure this out,
Yeah.
the surface area for this one,
Yeah.
yes.
They go to the bathroom.
Can you go to the washroom? You want to wait until after we're done this question? Okay? This is the idea for this. There's no formula for this shape. So if I looked at it, can you see that if you opened it up, there would be 3 rectangles. One rectangle is this one. One rectangle would be on the bottom here. I'll do that one green. One rectangle would be along the back. I'll do that one in purple. And then, of course, the 2 triangles. There's one on this side, one on the other side. They're identical.
Not in your way.
Nope.
Just 'cause I couldn't see the numbers.
And then we have to also subtract the length times width. Okay. There's my formulas. One of them actually didn't have a formula. I had to use an idea to figure it out. The rectangular prism, since it has a formula and I know length times width, life is easy. I'll do this in a different color. My surface area is going to be, I'm going to scroll up. My numbers, my length is 30. My width is 15. Plus 2, my length was 30. My height was 20. Plus 2, my width was 15. My height was 20. Mr. Shirk, have you calculated this already?
Pretty much on it right now.
All right.
$2,700.
2,700. You can type that all into our calculator all at once. Okay? Next, the item at the top. Do we know things? I know the height is 10. So I know this side here was 10. Because it's right on top of my prism, I would know this red length here is 15. And this green length at the bottom is 30. So I'm going to pick out green. That's 30. Does this help me with certain things? In the red one, do you see that you know the 15? Do you know the height of that red one? Not yet. Ugh. What about the green one? Hey, the green one I know completely. I know the green one is 15 here and 30 there. I can see that 30 on the one side, 15 on the other side. The purple one, do I know everything on the purple one? I know 10 and I know 15. My triangle, do I know base? Yes, I know the base is the green number 30 and the height is the purple number 10. What's the one I don't know? I need this side of my red one, which is also the hypotenuse of my triangle.
What does hypotenuse mean again?
Hypotenuse is the longest side of a right angled triangle. And if you know 2 sides of the triangle, you can find the other side by doing a squared plus b squared equals c squared. 10 squared plus 30 squared equals c squared. This will be 100 plus this will be 1,000 equals c squared. 1.4?
31.6. Very
31.6.
close. That's ridiculous, JR.
It's just because the square root of 10 is really close to 5. Okay.
How many times have we taught this exact?
Oh, I don't know. It's been a long time, actually. 31.6, so that means in this red one, this is 31.6. I'm going to write all my areas in orange. Mr. Shirk, what's 31.6 times 15?
474.
This one, oh, I said orange. I don't know why I didn't change. 474. 30 times 15.
450.
Good. 15 times 10.
150.
And then, you know what's really cool about this? Is the area of this triangle is going to be base times height divided by 2. The area is going to be 150, but then you have to multiply it by 2 because you have 2 of them. So our surface area of this bottom one is going to be 474 plus 450 plus 150 plus 2 times 150. I'm going to do that right away and write 300. And our surface area of this shape is going to be
Oh,
74?
you beat me to it, but 450 and 450 is 9. 24. Yeah.
No, 9, 13, 74.
Oh, right.
There we go. Little mental math. What? You see what happened? Where'd my
What
orange
the
pen
heck?
go? If I click on that, there it is. I don't know. There we go. That's so weird. Okay, 1374. And finally, which is the shape that gets erased, right? Because here's our idea. We want to do this one plus this one minus 2 that aren't colored. The ones that aren't colored, it's the top. What are the lengths? What's this length and this length? 30 and 15. So on this one, this was 30. This was 15. So its area would be 30 times 15, which is 450.
Times 2.
And we have 2 of them. When we go to the idea, we already figured out this one was 2,700. We need to add this one, which we figured out was 1374, and then we have to subtract 2 times 450. Type that all into our calculator all at once. We have units on this one, centimeters. Square.
Can we scroll down?
I can scroll down a little bit, yeah.
Nice.
Here, how about if I do this, so you can see everything, is it too small? Yes? Too small? Okay, I'll scroll down and tell me when you want me to scroll back up.
It looks like a lot, and you know, in some ways, it's a lot. But when you make sense of it, it's really not bad at all.
It really is bad.
No.
You have to just think of the idea, think of dipping it, think of it, the whole thing is green.
I love the paint. I never
Dip it
seen
in paint, break it apart. Part of it will still be green.
I thought it was like overcomplicated though, like all the arrangements. There's so much more.
This is about as simple as you could do it. You want me to teach it more complicated? I definitely could.
No, I'm not.
So, but it's,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's long, okay? Long doesn't mean complicated,
Yeah.
but long will mean that it's tiring and your chances of not paying attention for a little bit increase, which means our chances of making a mistake increase, okay? Like if I gave you a simple mental math question, 2 times 3, right? You got it right. Now if I gave you 50 mental math questions, do you think there's a chance you'd get one of them wrong?
Oh,
Nope.
it depends. I don't think so.
Just kidding.
What, like,
Just do.
But just times table, 7 times 6.
I don't know any of this.
You know, it take me a little
Like
bit.
47.
Okay. So if I went through all of them, and then after
was that right?
50 questions, no, you're wrong.
42.
After 50 questions, I would say, no, you're wrong. You might have done 30 of them right and only made a mistake on 20 of them. But I still say you're wrong after, like the only way I'm going to say you're right is if you do it all right. That's what happens in these questions.
I'm all right.
Your chances of getting this right, actually, is pretty hard because you can't make a single mistake. However, each little part is actually quite easy. We just do have to do a bunch of easy things together, and not making a mistake on all of those things is hard. That is definitely true. So these are long. You need me to scroll back up to the final answer? 3174?
Good news is there's part marks throughout all
Yeah.
these types of questions.
Okay. So for you, on your test, I'm only going to do two shapes. Either like this. I really like this one. I'd probably put one like this with the circle. I like seeing two circles popped off.
I hope you're hearing
Okay.
that.
So I'm going to do one like that. That means we can skip this last
Wait,
one.
did you look back at this?
Ooh.
Just ready now.
Hmm?
Did you look back first at that?
Yeah, I can. You want to go to the final answer there?
Yeah. it's
Yeah.
better.
And I'll put this all on the video as well. So this is our surface area part of this unit.
Which, with it being on a cheat sheet and studying it, rewriting it a couple times, it'll catch. Again, our brains do something funny when we think something is just too hard. Then we kind of throw in the towel inside here. We're like, this is too hard, forget it. But when you rise to the challenge and you see that, hey, this is something I can do, that's the
So-
thought process changes.
If you are done this one, okay, I want you to go back to this one and try this one right now on your own. And you can look back at, do you want me to keep this on the board? I can go, just to give you, right?
Should we do it with a partner or something?
You can do it with a partner.
If it's beneficial to said partner.
Yeah, I'll keep this one up on the board.
Alright, guys.
Try that other one on your own.
Okay, why don't I answer?
That's your only homework.